Well, hello. How many people do we have out there today? Two. Just trying this early morning one to see how much I can catch on the down under side. Got a few followers there that I communicate back and forth with comments. So just wanted to be able to talk to them. Just give a shout in the comments. Let me know if you're here, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. If there's nobody out there, I'll just hang in here for a little bit and you know, if no one shows up, then I'll just shut it down. But I'd love to be able to talk to some of the anybody right now. Yesterday I had a big day. I had the stream at 12:30, and then that went about an hour. Then I did 3 different videos, and I did another one this morning. So it's about the most active day I've had on videos in quite a while. So who's on board? It's like I got 3 people now. Are they local? Where are you located at? Do you want to say anything, or you just want to wave? Um, I just wanted to do a couple streams here just to kind of do some shout outs and thanks to everybody for all the support I've gotten for the last 3 years and reaching a milestone I never even ever expected. Um, but just give a quick hello. If you're more than welcome to come on board and get on the screen with me, and you can do it by audio, video, and we can talk about. You want to talk about the new box set? You want to talk about what's coming out? How about for Elvis Week this week? Anybody out there is going to be going to Elvis Week that's local? I'm in Georgia, southeast. I'm about 6 hours away from Graceland. Um, don't be shy. Just give a little shout. Say hello. Where you're from. Got 4 now. Who we got out there? Come on. We can talk movies. We can do a little trivia here. See how much y'all know about movie scenes. Well, let me just show you a few things here. Some of the things I got planned. I'm working on some more top 5 lists with Michael Riker from Top the Hops. We got some really cool ones coming up. I'm going to start after the Elvis Week, more towards the end of the month. I'm going to start doing a regular live stream, a little short live stream on Wednesdays and Sundays. Sunday mornings, kind of like a coffee with Elvis and discuss the week's events or whatever anybody wants to talk about, a little chat. And the same thing on Wednesday, but more in the evening, kind of like an afternoon tea or dinner or wouldn't be brunch. That'd be later in the morning. Just some things that I want to, I'm going to do more breakdowns. I released a new Remembering Elvis short today. It was Dionne Warwick, and I've been doing a lot of those lately. I released the second breakdown or a reaction to the box set. So we got down to 1 again. Well, I will hang in here for 5 more minutes, and if nobody pops in, then I'll just go to sleep, or do some other stuff. Got a lot I need to get done today. Let's see. How about if you are on Facebook? I have a Facebook page group that I've had for almost 3 years. Never really been pushed too hard, but I really would like to try to step it up. There's so many Facebook groups out there that just post garbage. I don't allow that. But I like to post stories, share pictures, clips, reels, everything that's a positive light on Elvis. Elvis A-Z on Facebook. So if you're inclined, you're on Facebook, join it. Join it. We'll get connected that way. Somebody came on. Anybody that might want to chat a little bit, It's a lonely crowd in here right now. Here I am. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to take myself off there for a minute. I'm going to go right here. So, anybody wants to chime in, join me on the screen with audio or audio and video? Let's, have a little discussion about whatever you want to talk about, the latest stuff. Elvis Week, the new box set. There's another one coming out into this month called Guitar Man. It's the sessions. I like those box sets much better. You get all the session work, and it's those are my favorite type of box sets that come out, because you get all the studio work, all the studio banter, and they're pretty good. But I just I did the live stream yesterday. We had a nice, decent response with it. Had some fun, played some trivia, and gave away a few things. And I know that it's a challenge for the other side down under, that like right now, I guess it's about after 9 p.m. at night. So when I do a one at 12, it's going to be early in the morning, and a lot of people can't do that. So if there's interest on that part of the world that want to join in on a live stream, I'll be more than happy to set a time to do it regularly. Well, hello, Harold. I do have one person on here, and it's somebody I know. How you doing, Harold? What's your weather like there right now? It's been about, we've been getting a little bit of rain. I mean, a little bit of cool weather. We had some effects from that hurricane that went up the coast of Florida, and so it's been a rather humid and high barometers, which I think, Harold, the older we get, the more that type of weather affects our bodies. But I just thought I'd hang in here a little bit, see if we get anybody waking up in the other side of the world. Well, I'm sure they're awake; they're getting ready to go to bed. But around here, I didn't really expect much of a response. What time is it there for you, Harold? So you've got 5, 6. What is it? 6 o'clock there? What is it? 7, 12. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it? You got 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's amazing I can remember that. 35 degrees Celsius. It's not too bad, is it? What is that, about 80? I'm not good at calculating in Celsius. I know that 0 Celsius is 32 for us, so I don't know what the calculation number is. But well, I hope you get that box set today. I'm going to be doing some more reactions over the next few days. I'm going to get through them one by one. With the exception of the concert. I really don't see much in doing the concert part of it, and and then I kind of vented yesterday, and I've actually got some good feedback from it. 110, yeah, well, I wasn't too far off. Monday the 12th. Yeah, Elvis Week. I really wish I could have gone. I can't travel anymore, and I really wish I went. I went for about 3 or 4 years in a row back in the 90s, late 90s, I think it was. It was before I married my wife, so it would have to be early 90s. And we used to go to Graceland all the time because my mom lived in Little Rock, so it was on the way. Tupelo is only 4 hours from here. So you'd stop there on the way up, same highway, stop there, then have lunch, whatever, and then you got 2 more hour drive into Graceland. So it was pretty cool. We didn't always take the tour, but we at least stopped and maybe walked up to the meditation gardens. And I hope anybody that's an Elvis fan can at least get that experience once in their life to go through Graceland, because there's absolutely absolutely nothing like it. So, Harold, I'm working on a new song. From Actually, I think you and I talked about this song. It's from That's the Way It Is. So I'm working on it, trying to get it. I've got it all laid out, and I'm ready just to film each instrument and do another 4-box thing. The split screen 4. So I think you'll like it. I'm pleased with it. Of course, it's in my style, like I did with Muddy Water. But I'm kind of having fun, pick up the guitar and do some of this stuff again. And I've had a few other requests for songs, so I got to see how I can do those. But you're not going to hear me doing Hurt or Unchained Melody or any of those. So, but who else is with us? We got 3 people. I don't know if they count me or not. Anybody else out there want to give a shout? Anybody from Australia? We got Austria, and we got Georgia, but we don't have. I don't think we have any Australians yet. 9 o'clock there, 9:15, 9:11. So I don't know. Maybe it's past their time. I don't know if it was a good. Everybody said it was a good time, but I'll hang in here for a few more minutes. It's nice to be able to have a face with with a name now, Harold. I've got a friend. I lived up in Connecticut for 13 years. I worked for a hotel management company up there, and I had hired an electrician. His name is Dale, and you and him could pass for brothers. When I saw your picture, I almost thought that's Dale. I'll have to find a picture of him and send it to you through email. He's just absolutely hilarious. We had a blast. Him and I had a blast. We used to have so much fun. I think he's finally retired. He was about. Yeah, I think you're about. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Harold, you're about 3-4 years older than I am. I'm not. I think you're the one I talked to, and that's what Dale is. Dale's around 68, 60. I'm 66. So, but well, hello, Barb. I am glad to see you here. I'm glad you made it. Very nice. Thank you. How are you doing? We got a couple people here. We could play a little trivia with you guys. Are you interested in at least doing a little trivia before we, shut it down? I'm glad I could talk to a few people. If you're interested in the trivia, just, give me a thumbs up or say yeah, and I'll just put in this little trivia thing we did yesterday. I don't know if Harold, you were around when I did it. It looks like we lost somebody. I don't know if it's Harold or Barb. Oh, there's Harold. Oh no, it's double trouble in real life. That's yeah. Dale had us laughing all the time, and he's just one of those guys that can make a situation, a rough situation, just hilarious. We had a very intense job to do, and he really helped lighten it up. Well, Barb and Harold, we could do one of two things. Are now, Barb? I think are you part of my Facebook group? I know we got a delay here. I know it takes a few minutes to go through. Here, you know what? I'll do it over here. You know what? Stand by. I can get over here. Maybe that comes through quicker. Okay. I will start it now. All right. So here it is. Oh, we got 4 people. So here we go. If you're online with us, just tell us who you are. All right. So here's the trivia game I set up. I used to put these on Facebook, and give the answer later in the day. And what it is they're clips from movie scenes, and I silhouette parts of the clip. So you'll see on the first one here. So here's the first one. Oops. Let's see. That's not good. I gotta go here. Movie scenes. Well, I think I just gave you all the answers right there. So the question on this one is, what color is his cummerbund? I could have done a silhouette of the movie scenes, but everything everybody would have known is from 𝐻𝐴 𝐵𝐴. So, what is the color of Elvis's cummerbund? Cummerbund. Any guesses? There you go, Barb. Dead on. You got it. Okay. So here's, all right. So I have to go back and forth with this. So there it is, green pants. Okay. This is a movie scene. The silhouette is from what movie? Tell me what movie that is from. Any guesses? That's good, Harold. An orange. Let me know when you're. Oh my God, Harold, dead on. Harold got it right off the bat. Let me go over here and show it. It's Bill Bixby and Nancy Sinatra. This is just before Elvis walks into the room. Good one, Harold. Man, I tell you what, your knowledge is great. Okay, so now here we go. I'm going to go to the next one. From what movie? I think we can pretty much tell who the silhouette is. What movie is this one? No, it's not Nancy. Barb got it. There you go, Barb. Yeah, you two know your scenes, man. When I put them on Facebook, people would be guessing all day. Okay, we got a couple more here. There it is. I love the 69 look with Elvis. All right, name the movie. Dr. John Carpenter, right? He used to use that name sometimes as an alias. Any guesses on this movie? You two know your movie scenes. I bet you one of you going to get it right away. No. Harold got it. Yep. That is right, Harold. Frankie and Johnny. All right. I think I got one more here. All right, here you go, guys. One more. This one took a long time today. I posted it on Facebook. But you guys, some of this stuff I used to know right off the bat, but it's just like anymore, I have to stop and think about it, you know. Any guesses? I'll give you about another 5 seconds. I'll give you a clue. No, not girls, girls, girls. Think of the city, Seattle. Oh no, wait a minute, not Seattle. I'm sorry. Don't no, not Seattle. Think of oh God, if anything I say is going to give it right away. Just think of flying in a helicopter. You guys got to get it with that one. No? Anybody? You got it, Harold. Yeah, that's it. There it is right there. I think. Am I right? Yeah. Damn, I forget now. Am I wrong, guys? Is that the girl from that, or is that from It Happened at the World's Fair? That's Paradise. Isn't that Paradise Hawaiian Style? Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. Did I get that wrong? I should have wrote the notes down, didn't I? Well, we got a few more watchers. Anybody from, let's see who we got. Anybody on board here? We got 7 people. Anybody from down under watching? Go on, cough it up. Who are you? Just let us know. Caroline loves, oh, there you go, Caroline. It was happening at the World's Fair, you know. Thank you, Caroline. Marine sheets. You know, I did so many of these, I get it messed up myself when I put it up. Thanks. Thanks for joining in. Where y'all from? Carolyn and Marine, what part of the world are you from? Am I catching anybody from down under? You don't think it's from Paradise? You know what? If you guys give me a second, I will double check for sure. Because I got the file. Trivia games. All right. It is. It's happened at the World's Fair. It has happened at the World's Fair. Oh, Southeast Michigan. Tennessee. You're right above me, Marine. I live in Georgia. I live down in rural part of Georgia. Almost. I'm about 25 miles east of Alabama. So my dad, my whole family's from Tennessee. My dad's side of the family. My mom lived there when he retired. He lived there for a while up above Knoxville, in Scott County. That's where he was born and raised, and it's where he lived until he passed. When he retired, he went back there. So I love Tennessee. Beautiful place. Margaret Potter. There we go. We got somebody from Australia. They are very good. Welcome aboard. Well, all right. So now that we got a few more people here, I just want to invite everybody to join my Facebook page if you're on part of Facebook. I'm really trying to build it up. I'm up at I've had it for 3 years and I really haven't pushed it. But if you've seen if you're part of Facebook and you see some of the crap that they put on there, negative stuff or bad photoshops, I don't allow that. It gets deleted or not allowed right away. I keep it true to Elvis, just like I do my channel. It's all about Elvis. But once again, we got some new people. I'm just going to let you know that I'm working on some regular live streams for Wednesdays and Sunday mornings and evenings, just kind of like a little quick 15, 20-minute, coffee with Elvis, or I don't know. We'll see how it works. It might be a dumb idea. It might be catchy, just to kind of, what's happened this week in the Elvis world, or just a chat, like you do when you have a cup of coffee with somebody or tea. But Adelaide, so what time is it there for you, Margaret? Is it let's see, 7? Is it 9:30 there right now for you? Or are you on another time zone in Australia? I was in Sydney 19 early 90s, late 80s. I worked for a hotel company and we were shopping around for a site to build a hotel there. I left the company before, and I'll tell you honest with you, I don't know if they ever did build a hotel there. I think they did. It's a Ritz-Carlton. So I loved it. I had fun. I was there for a month, and I'm glad because it was one of the longest flights I've ever taken. But I loved it. It was great. It was the time of year. It was really nice. We got to spend a day going out to the, I don't know if it's the true outback, but loved sitting around. It's 9 p.m. Yeah. So you're 14 hours. You're 14 hours ahead of us. Well, I'm glad. So I guess I have a question for you, since you're the only Australian on board. Um, when I do live streams, what time and days are most effective or best for you if you're interested in getting on some live streams? I feel like you guys probably lose out a lot on the live streams because of the timing of them. And I'm in a situation where I can book at any time. I can set a live stream anytime. Because right now with me doing it at 7, it's 9 there, so we get a kind of good window there. But I can also, I'm catching Harold from Austria. I can catch some people from the UK, United States. The East Coast, the West Coast is a little bit early for them, but you know, it's um I can do I do other times with that too. So, but that's kind of pretty much what I just wanted to chat with. I wanted to say thank you to everybody who subscribes to my channel. Been 3 years. My very first video was on the anniversary of Elvis's passing, 3 years ago. That was the very first one I did, and I just kind of played around with it. It was a hobby, and then I just started having fun with it, and never dreamed that I would be where I'm at. He reached a milestone like this. It's just out of even my thoughts. I wanted to get to over 1,000 so I could do the community tab, and that was where I was happy with. But you know, I got to this point, and I'm enjoying it. I got 400 videos. They're all positive. You won't find any. And of course, I had a little bit of a rant yesterday, but sometimes I just got to do that. I'm really irritated with the new box set. But anyways, I digress. I don't want to start throwing my opinion on the live stream right now. But all my videos are positive. I try to do it from a perspective. I'm a musician. I've been a musician since I was 7. I have worked in studios. I've done studio work. I've worked as an engineer, and this is all way before digital stuff. This is when they did the analog and tape. Let's see. What'd you say? Let me post that up here so I can see it better. I love Elvis, and just like when people say negative things, I am too. I hate the hatred that's out there when, and not only just about him, but, they attack people that were in his life. I'm an Elvis fan. I'm not a Elvis Priscilla Parker or Memphis Mafia fan. They're part of his history, but I'm focusing on Elvis. I don't have time to, I don't have time to sit there and speak hate. And I get so that's why I was talking about my Facebook page. I just want to keep it, positive. It's like my channel. I said I keep it positive, everything I do. And every once in a while, it's like I got another video coming out about the copyright claims on YouTube because there's such a misunderstanding. Everybody blames YouTube, but it's not YouTube. It's the people that own the copyrights, and you can't blame them for it. But I've been pretty lucky. I've had a few issues with the copyrights, but I cleared it up. I know which way. Let's see. Let's see. That's Harold. Harold, thank you. I appreciate that. Let me read some more of the comments here. Barb, I can't thank you enough, Rick, for everything you do to keep Elvis's legacy alive. That's my mission. That was the mission. I want the positivity. It's funny, up until the movie came out a few years ago, the perception of Elvis was just as some fat singer, wedding singer in the chapels of Las Vegas, or it was just such a bad thing. But I think even though there's, I'm not the biggest fan of the movie in some aspects, I thought the production part of it, the attention to detail as far as sets and everything was dead on. I think Austin Butler did a really, really good job with portraying him, especially in the live scenes. But I think it really stirred a lot of interest with the younger people, and I think it's starting to. I've seen some of the YouTube channels where it's they're getting an interest in it, and they have to realize that that was pure talent. He wasn't choreographed, he wasn't auto-tuned. He was all natural, and nobody can beat that with even technology today. Caroline, let's see. I've always wondered about that copyright issue. Why is it some content creators don't get in trouble for it, yet others do? Well, at 2:00 today, my video is going to come out that I explain everything, and that I answer that question in there. The copyright thing is not perfect through YouTube because somehow, it's just, you're trying to monitor millions and millions of videos, and YouTube has an algorithm they put into when you upload a song. The owners of those songs or the movies or whatever has a copyright on it have put in the algorithm things to watch out for, and you'll get a claim on it. Claims don't knock you off. You just get a claim. You can't monetize. You can't make money. So just because you get a claim on copyright doesn't mean they're going to take it down. It just means if you got a channel that's monetized, you'll never be able to make money off of it. My channel, I don't monetize because I use copyright material, but they allow me to. They say this material, and I'll show it to you. You'll see it when in the video. But when I get a copyright claim, which is on everything that I do, almost except for like the live streams and all that, it tells me, there's a copyright claim by SME who owns Elvis's music, but they are allowing you to use this content. So, because what they do is I can't monetize it, but they run commercials in these videos, and that's the owners of those copyrights using it to monitor. And you know what? They own it. But it's a good discussion in there. I think it really clears up a lot of things because I think YouTube gets a bad rap about the copyright stuff, and the only reason why I come to their defense is because I've been involved with publishers and songwriters, musicians, and I'll give you an example. Everybody, well, there she is. I was hoping you'd be able to join us. Patrick Katz plays for Elvis fans. Tell me your first name again. I forgot it just now. So everybody, do you remember the song Spirit in the Sky? I'm sure you do. One of the best songs from the 60s that ever came out. Norman Greenbaum is the one that wrote that song. It was the only hit he had. But the publishing money that he gets from that song, Gina. Yes, thank you, Gina. I apologize. He still lives off of those royalties from that song from 60 some years ago. So these people, there's a lot of people that live off of these royalties. Now, the publishing rights of the songs that are Elvis's and all the Elvis channels that's owned by SME, the publishing part, not the royalties from the sales of songs and all that, because that's all by EPE. Riley doesn't get any of that, but Riley gets 15% of all publishing rights. So, when somebody's, has their channel and they start pissing them off, they start getting irritated because their song's being claimed or blocked or whatever, and they start cursing, SME and all that, you're also cursing out Riley. That's what Elvis left behind for Lisa Marie and the family. So, that's my rant. I have a tendency to go off on that because I really try to defend his legacy, and that's part of his legacy. Riley, who I personally feel is an amazing talent. Let's see. Carolyn loves. I love that your title. I watch your channel too, Gina. Love. Yeah, I watch yours. Yeah, I watch it too, Gina. Yeah, I saw your new one with the new stuff that you just picked up from the store. I think was it some books or you've had a couple of those. But I was gonna message you one day, Gina, and see if you wanted to do a live stream chat or just a discussion of your. And this invite is to anybody. One of the things I really want to do, and that was kind of a thought I was going to have for the morning coffee, is I want to try to have guests. I want to have fan guests, and do a little. It'll be recorded. It won't be live, or we could do it live. We could actually do it live if you got anybody, if whoever wants to get on it is comfortable with it. But I think it'd be kind of cool to have fans from all over the world come on and say how they discovered Elvis, how they were a fan, and their experience with it. And or even some of the older folks, like me. So I've got videos on my channel that I do reviews of the concerts I saw him at, and it'd be interesting to hear other people's experiences when they saw. I don't know. I know, Gina, you saw him. I believe, was it Seattle or San Francisco? It was San Francisco, wasn't it? Cal Palace. See, I remember some things. um, yeah, you do. You pick. Yeah, I think it's cool the stuff you get. But anybody that's interested in doing that, you know, in my on my main channel is all my contact information by email. And feel free to email anytime any requests for a reaction or a song, or you want to do a quick video with me. I would love to do some, not just be interviewing other YouTube channel hosts and all that, which is fun, but it's like I've met so many people through this. I'm very interested in their stories, and you, Gina, Gina, I've learned some about just recently. Harold, I've been getting to really know. Him and I communicate all the time through my community posts, and there's many, many, many others out there that I enjoy chatting with and I learn from. I will always continue learning stuff about Elvis. It's never ending. I love to read, and that's never ending. I just finished Sally Hodell's book again, and that's a really good book. If you haven't read it. So, any questions? Anything anybody else wants to talk about? I'm so glad you got on board, Gina. I want to try to do this on a more regular basis and start building up a rapport. So, if I was to say, let me know what day of the week, because we got a couple of people from Australia here. We got. I know there was it Margaret? We got. I hate scrolling through these things. Yeah, it was Margaret Potter. She's from Australia, and then we got you, Gina. So I want to try, if I can, I'd like to try to schedule, a regular monthly stream or every couple of weeks, just a little quick stream and kind of build up a little bit of a following. I know it's not going to start off right off the bat, but Sally wrote a really good book, Gina. She really did. Some of the genealogy and the history of Elvis. Not that I'm trying to compare Elvis to me. I'm trying to compare his social history, his background, his genealogy is very close to what my father grew up with. And a lot of everybody remembers when Gladys passed away, how she bloated, she had the extended stomach. Well, that was the way it was with many of my father's brothers and sisters. My dad was the 15th child of 16 kids. So he headed out of there as quick as he could and headed to California, and that's where I grew up. LA, on Huntington Beach. So just give me some. Anybody's more than welcome to email me. I got a nice real email from Harold today. It was really nice to get that, and I love the communication. Comment, anything, any request. You have a video that you'd like me to do, or do some research. There's one I'm working on. I think everybody here will find interesting. If you know what slapback echo is, that is what Sam Phillips used on Trying to Get to You, Mystery Train, and a few songs. He invented that, and I'm going to do a video visually showing you how he did that. I think a lot of people might be interested in that. If you've seen my videos of the reactions where I do the breakdown of the songs and I cut them up in clips, I just finished a video showing how I did that, and that I'm not tampering with the originals. I'm not tampering with anything. And that's how, and so I did, a few people asked me, well, said you're kind of messing with the original thing. And I'm not. I don't touch anything. I don't do that. I don't play those games. So, but Gina, I'm really glad you made it on here. Seeing Elvis in person, yes, yeah. I was at the Cow Palace many long before you even saw Elvis. I can't remember what I was there for. I was a kid, but pretty cool place. We used to go up to San Francisco all the time. Go to the Candlestick Park back in those days when they had Candlestick Park. We used to travel up there. My grandmother, my family, my grandmother and my aunt all lived in Sacramento, so we used to go into San Francisco and go to some games when the Dodgers came around. I'm sorry, Harold, but yeah, you know what? I have not bought any Blu-ray. I don't even have a Blu-ray player. Everything I have is on my computer, except for there's Blu-ray on my gaming system, which I never play games. But I don't really watch. To be honest with you, I don't watch a whole lot of. I do watch some TV, but not like I used to. I do. I spend my time with this Elvis channel. It's what I do. And as you've noticed, I've really stepped up the videos lately. I got off of there for a little bit while my wife actually redid my whole room into an Elvis room. I'll have to send some pictures and do a little video. She supports my channel hugely. Wow, Gene. Wow. Hey, Danny B. So, Danny B, Gene, give me a quick comment where what part of the world you guys are from. Um, you come from a family of 12, so you know what it's like. Yeah. What in what part of that 12 were you? Middle, upper, one of the first few or the last ones? I know my dad hated being one of the last ones because he was, his mother passed away when he was 12. I never got to know his mother, but I tell you what, other than the face of my grandmother, I got one picture of her. I got it hanging on the wall with my dad as a 12-year-old, taken just before he passed, and his sister. He had two sets of twins for sisters. And when you look at the picture of my grandmother, she's got that same build like Gladys did, where she had some of you know. It sounds like Elvis really has some serious stuff, and I know that my dad's family. Well, when you can exasperate it too by eating everything in lard, which tell you what, it makes food taste pretty freaking good. Um, Gene, you aren't far from Adam and Mary. I don't know. You were the fifth in line, so you were just about almost middle. You wouldn't have had So you actually wow. So the fifth and the sixth kids would have been the middle kids together. That's And what part of the world is that, Gene? Where? Oh, Chicago, Illinois. I'm sorry, I see that right above. Are you still? Yeah, you're still in Chicago. I used to go when I lived in St. Louis for a while. We used to travel up to Chicago all the time, a lot. Not all the time, but a lot. I was working at the Ritz Carlton in St. Louis, and we used to go up to Chicago on weekends for a weekend of having fun, getting some of that Chicago pizza. It's good stuff. Sitting around that cold air coming off that windy city. I found it real quick. Well, Gina, I have not only seen all the movies, I have every one of them on media on my computer, every one. And Harold, you might be interested in this. Well, Harold, I guess this. What are you? Is it German you speak, Harold? I'm a dumbass when I come to think about that. I have a majority of Elvis's movies, so in German. They've whatever they call it. They not subtitles. It's actual voices who overdub the German language. So I have a majority of those. I've been thinking about putting them on my channel, but I'm afraid of getting a copyright block, and I don't want to do that. But I do have another channel called the Rumble page, and I put a lot of the stuff that I can't put on YouTube on there. So I'll put a link for. Yeah, you know what? Hold on a second. I don't know if any of you guys would be interested, but let me see. Real here, Rumble. Copy, and I'm going to send you the link to my Rumble page. It has a lot of the videos that I can't put on YouTube. And I could put all the German Elvis movies on. I could actually probably put a majority of the Elvis movies on there. But yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Your native language is German, so I thought some people would probably be interested to see it in German. And it obviously doesn't match. I've seen, it's like when I watch a Japanese movie and it's overdubbed in English. It's kind of actually I kind of enjoy watching it. But this one is so bad. I've actually got Love Me Tender uploaded on my site, but I haven't made it public yet. I haven't pulled that plug yet. I haven't gotten any claims on it, so I might go ahead and just pull the plug and see if it, what kind of reaction everybody gets. But you know, some people might be interested in watching it, and I'm sure a lot of people that speak German, obviously, and only German, would probably be interested in that. But going back, Gina, yeah, I have seen every movie, and I have, like I said, I have them all on media on my computer. A few on DVDs too, but I like watching my computer. It's just a little bit easier for me to just pop them up and watch them. Um, and I've got the new Elvis movie. I've got Elvis on tour. That's the way it is. I've got everyone, I've got like the Kurt Russell movie. I've got all the Elvis movies, the good, the bad, and the ugly ones, you know, that have been made. I got all of them. And because what I do is I'm trying to work a way where I can utilize them on one of my channels for people that don't have never seen them. And some of the movies that have been made based around Elvis, like 3,000 Miles from Graceland with Kevin Costner and Kurt Russell, which is actually a pretty good movie. So let me see. What am I missing? I'm new to the channel, but I gotta check it out. I got a lot. My name is German. Congratulations. Thanks, Steve. Sorry, I'm running behind. Oh, it's only 34 seconds ago. Steve's got a great channel. He does I'm sure a lot of you know that. He does a live stream every Sunday, and for my time, I think it's 2:30. So, but he posts all the time, and he does he does trivia. It's a really, I can't make it live very rarely because I have somebody here during that time, but I usually try to do the catch up on it. And he was real nice yesterday. He did a nice shout out for me. So thanks again, Steve. Um, Gina, I've got them all on DVD. Would rather watch them on the 60-inch TV set. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to like to watch it too, but in my room, I just don't have room for a 60-inch TV. Um, love Steve's channel. Yeah, he has some good topics every once in a while. Every once in a while, every week something. He had one on the. I haven't finished watching it yet, but I haven't got to the point about the baby picture, so I'm anxious to get to that point. So don't break the you know, don't don't let me know the end result. Don't tell me the ending. I want to see it. But I got to watch the first 20, 30 minutes of it, and I need to finish it off. Joe, hello. Wow, I'm starting to build up some here. Almost left earlier, but great. Nice to see you, Joe. So I'm curious. Anybody see my little rant that I put out? I got a little. I want. I'm just fed up with some of the stuff. We've had Steve and I had a discussion last week about the hate that's on some of the channels. There's so much hate on the channels. It's so disrespectful, and I've always been one for the longest time to not retaliate, but to respond. And it's come back to bite me a year ago really bad. It got really too serious. I mean, it got threatening. And so I backed off for the longest time. But, Steve and I had different viewpoints, but then I got to thinking about it. And, I can't just sit back and allow these people to do it. So I got to approach it in a different way than I always have. But yesterday, my rant was, it was about this box set. I'm furious. For those of you who don't know, my background outside of my regular secular job, I've been involved in music, and I listen to these things. I don't listen to any music without headphones, and that's just me. It's what I'm used to. So when I'm sitting there and I'm listening to Suspicious Minds before I even compared it, in the first 10 seconds, I just shut it off. I said, "This is not right. This is dis in this is disgusting." In what way busy? Is that a question for me, Steve, or Yeah, Harold, I understand that. If you're able to understand in English, I can't, other than watching a Japanese movie in English, just watch it because it's funny to watch. To me, I mean, I'm not trying to be insulting to him, but it's just kind of interesting to watch because the lips never match up, and there's actually more movement. There's more words than what the lips say. It's just funny. But if I can understand the language, I don't want to watch an overdubbed. In what way busy, Steve? I'm not for sure. I must have missed something. Steve, I've tried to watch your channel, but oh, I see, very busy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that. Mm. You do. He does have a lot of content. You get, but I don't find it busy. He's got a lot of interesting stuff. Um, he's got. I think every time have had a chance to go live, I think he usually gets about 150 viewers at the time. At the time, maybe even more, which is, I think pretty good considering. I don't know. I don't know what's good. I'm happy with the 9 right now. And this morning, I'm just getting into all this streaming, and I'm happy. I've got some great people on here, and some people, new people. But yeah, Harold, I agree with you. I prefer to watch in the language I speak. I'm more comfortable watching. I prefer to watch it in the original language. Put it that way. I'm mumbling. Um. Oh, that's a nice comment, Steve. I missed that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a strong defender of Elvis, and I will do it any which way. And even though some people give me, I had one comment today on my rant. They say, "Well, this is a beautiful box set, and you should just enjoy it as it is and listen to it." And I just replied back. I said, "What to you enjoy it? That's fine. Everybody's got their own opinion, And from my perspective, I'm not happy with it, but I'm glad you're happy with it. Everybody knows me that I don't fault anybody for their own opinion. Wow, what a freaking boring world this would be if everybody had the exact same opinion and taste. Jeez, I don't think I'd want to go on in a world like that. Um, interviews I've done with, yeah, Gina, you got to check that out. He's got some good interviews. I've gone back and watched. Um, I'm working on trying to get a few interviews after I get myself settled here a little bit. Um, I'm a huge book reader, so I want to try to see if I can get a hold of some authors to have a nice chat with, especially the books that I really, really like. So Elvis Week this week, and um, been following it. I know each year it gets a little bit bigger and bigger, so that's good. Still the second most visited home in America behind the White House. White House. Yeah, it's unbelievable. 47 years, and Elvis thought, "Will anybody remember me?" It's so, you know, when Kathy Westmoreland tells that story. Um, I'd like to take part in your live chats and competitions. Is that for me, Gina? Yeah, I mean, I would definitely. I want to. I want to try to do that. I want to try to do some fan chats. Of how they discovered Elvis, the first time they saw Elvis. Especially. I want to do it both ways, but here in the states, where a lot of us had the opportunity to see him, or that are my age or older, and or be a little more. But I find that internationally there seems to be a little bit more of a not a lust, but a loyalty. Not even the right. I need to shut up. I'm saying the wrong words. But there seems to be some really great stories of how they discovered Elvis, and then I'd like to hear the stories of the people that actually, like you, Gina. You got a great story of coming to the States to see him live in San Francisco, and I'd like to hear those stories, and to how you discovered Elvis. Whether you're 12 years old or you're, you know, 80. I want to hear those. I want to hear those stories. It'd be great stories, and I think everybody else would like to hear them too. Let's see, I'm catching up. Elvis fun is the order of the day. Gina, I did read Cassie Westmoreland's, and I've lost the book over the years, and it's very hard to get anymore. I read it when it first came out. I bought it. We had a flooded basement in Connecticut when we were living there from a hurricane. I lost a lot of stuff, some memorabilia, some records, some 8 tracks, and a lot of books. I lost Charlie Hodges' first book that was signed by him. I mean, his book, one of the first issues. I got him to sign it when I met Charlie Hodge in Pigeon Forge. So it was heartbreaking. But I've looked to see to replace it. And it's one of those ones where people want like $500 for the book, and I'm sorry, I can't do it. I just. But I was really glad to see that Charlie Hodges' widow republished his book, so you can get that book off of eBay for $29. So I actually bought 3 of them, and I gave a few of them away during the live benefit that we did. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, I am so into the music and so into him and the concerts, and I'm just that all stems from my father. It was my father that instilled it, and he was just that's what we talked about. And the latter years when he retired, and we would talk. He was in Tennessee and I was in Connecticut, and we would talk every Sunday. And the conversation was the first 15, 20 minutes was what the hell is whoever was president at the time. We talked 15, 20 minutes for politics. And then it was an hour and a half about Elvis. And it was a great conversations. But my first experience with Elvis was in a 55 Chevy Bel Air at the drive-in theater watching Follow That Dream with my dad. I was 4 years old, and I still remember it. Well, guys, listen, I really appreciate having everybody join in. I want to do more of the Australia thing, so I think what I'm or this time zone. So I mean, I can't do it every week, but I was thinking maybe every other week I do a time for Margaret and for Gina. And I don't know if anybody else joined that was from that area or anybody on here. Is this a good time for everybody that logged in to be able to jump in if I did this on a regular basis, maybe every other week on this day or any day of the week? Just leave me a comment in the comments, say yay or nay, because I'll be glad to schedule it on a regular basis. I'm having fun doing these. I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable with it. And I'm starting to work out some of the glitches I had when I first started because I'm using a online streaming software that I really like. It's got so many perks, but every once in a while I kind of flub up. So, but I could add any videos. I could do anything with it. And like yesterday, I had my guitar out. And I was just kind of picking some stuff. So that's my reminder that it's my medication time. So yeah, Carolyn. Yeah, he's got a great. He's one him and there's a few channels that when I first started that I watched regularly. I thought, well, how do I do it? I don't want to copy anybody, but I want to learn from them. So, let's see where we going. So let me see. Wow, I'm off. Okay, so Gene says a good time. So if let's see what it's a great time for me, 9 p.m. Melbourne time. Okay, so I figured 9 o'clock would be good. 7 o'clock's fine with me. I'm always up in the morning if I plan for it. I was a little tired this morning because I really pushed myself yesterday with my live stream celebration, and then I filmed 3 videos. One's going to go live and you might find this interesting, Steve. You don't really I don't think you really get involved with any copyright material maybe rarely. I don't know with photos or anything like that. I don't know if you get anything like that. But I had a lot of experience with copyright, publishing and all that. And so I did a video just kind of laying out, the misconceptions of YouTube and the copyright. Too many people blame YouTube for it, and it's not YouTube. They're not the ones that do it. So I did like a 13, 14, maybe a little bit longer minute video explaining it, showing how the process is when you get hit with a claim, how you can get rid of that claim, or you just, go through and dispute certain things, and how you're allowed to do certain things and who is it that really gives you the block. It's I think it's pretty informative, and it's pretty clear. So I take them to my channel and show them a dispute that I would do normally, but some of them I just don't even fool with because I don't monetize anyways. So I've got a schedule to kick in at 2 today. And I hope everybody, it's kind of a nerdy thing. I've got a couple of videos coming out that are kind of a technical nerdy stuff, but in turn it's actually kind of interesting too, because I focus on the Elvis aspect of copyright with SME. Gina, let's see. Let me read this. Some of the so-called fan channels have turned you are you're right. I don't know if Steve's still on, but you're right. This is a discussion we've been having here. They are toxic, and it infuriates me when you go through in the description. They talk about being Elvis scholars, Elvis historians, and 90%, 80% of their videos are hate towards, well, Priscilla mostly, and it's ridiculous. Let's see, Carolyn. I agree, Gina. I'm hoping that people will make amends and realize we all just love Elvis. I find that people like that, they thrive on it. And one of the comments I made is sometimes it's better just to ignore some of these people because they want the attention. And when they get the attention, and say I did a rebuttal video, which I've done before, now people that seen my rebuttal video want to say, "Oh, I need to go check that out." Now they're getting more views because they're curious, and that's what they're pushing for. I won't feed into that. I will respond in a different way. But I respond anonymously. I will not. I will not name their channels. I will not let the. I'd rather. This is my favorite phrase with this. I will never say the name of the channel because I would rather French kiss an orangutan than name the name of a toxic channel. Period. They don't deserve it, and a lot of them aren't going to change. Let's see, who was it that made that remark? Yeah, Carolyn. It's a shame. There's some people out there that will, but the thing about it is this is what they want to do. They want to. It's a shame that people are out there like that. One good consolation is she really hasn't built up. Her subscription base has been pretty much the same for quite a while, so she's not really building up anything. She's got her same group of hate, and more power to her. So that's it. I will schedule another one in a couple of weeks. Gina, Margaret, anybody else that's interested? Everybody's interested. I'll schedule another one, and we'll do something a little bit different next time. I'll think of something. My email address is in my channel's information. So if you ever want to email me something, a suggestion, or you want to join me on a chat, everybody's more than welcome. I love chatting with people. But I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody for your support of my channel. It's been a great ride for me and very enjoyable. And as everybody knows, that I'm all about Elvis when it comes to this channel, and I will protect him no matter how I do. And that was the reason for my rant today. Is I personally find, from my perspective of the recording of the new box set, I find it not a good reflection on the legacy of Elvis. And that was my point of the rant. It has nothing to do with attacking Elvis. Elvis will always be the best no matter what. don't screw with Elvis's material. That's my thing. The Nashville box sets were great because all they did was just remaster. They used the same tracks, everything, and all they did was remaster them, and they were nice. It was nice to hear the studio work, but they didn't do that with this. Not on everything. They can't convince me that. So Gina, I am, I've been on here for a little over an hour. I really need to get going because I'm tired. I've had a long, big day. But Gina, I will email me if you're interested in doing a chat together, online. Come on live with a video. We'll record one, or we'll do it on. We'll do it live. Hey, in 2 weeks, if you want to come on, we'll have a nice chat. You can join me as co-host. Just email me. It's it's real simple. It's all Elvis A, the number 2 to Z at Gmail. I'm typing it in here in the comments. So copy and paste it somewhere. That is my email address to anybody. So copy and paste it, email me if you're interested in Gina or anybody. Harold, I'd love to have you on, quick chat. Any of you. It'd be fun. Just let me know and we'll schedule something. I enjoy doing the live chats with some of the other channels, but I think it'd really be interesting to chat with the subscribers and find out the experiences. So everybody, thank you again, and we will see you real soon. Thanks for following me. I got some. I put out a new Remembering Elvis today with Dionne Warwick. I'm going to do some more, and I'll have another reaction out either by the end of the day or tomorrow. I think I might sleep a little bit today. Or I might not. I can't sit too long. Bye. Love you all, and I appreciate it. Thanks. Have a good one.